Good morning, card communities. RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day. Little shine for you. This is from 2007 Topps Sterling. It is I don't even know what they call this one, but it is an autograph card with jersey, pants, and bat, I guess. Sticker autograph, top certified, 5 of 10. I'm not really sure, what this sucker is called, but it says top Sterling Moments, so maybe it was Sterling Moments autographed. You can see here it's 3 SMA, so 3 out of 132. Just a little bling for you. Today's random baseball item, very simple thing, just to show you my love of baseball and all things baseball. I really do have a room full of just baseball stuff. Everything and anything related to baseball. If I could, I'd put like a facsimile field as the carpet on the ground and paint the walls with murals of stadium scenes. I'd make that. I would have my ceiling fan be that baseball globe and bat blade fan that you can see everything. So I am a diehard baseball fan and all things baseball. So a lot of my collectibles are just random everyday items with a baseball theme to them. So in this particular case, I have here a baseball crosswords book that I picked up years ago. And I actually do have occasionally attempted, you can see here, not too often, to do the baseball puzzles. I did one, maybe I did two, okay. Oh, three, how many did I do? I started the fourth, but I gave up. What can I tell you? Just baseball crosswords. I think I got a second copy of this from some reason. But again, I'm so diehard into baseball. Almost every time I see any little tchotchke, I will pick it up if it has to do with baseball. All right. Today's trivia question. The prize in the back there. A couple cool Wade Boggs cards. This one is the 88 Leaf version of Mr. Boggs in his Red Sox uniform. But this one is the Topps 3D. Kind of like a nod to the action-packed embossed cards. Topps MB. I'm not really sure what the heck that means, Topps MB. I don't know. I did look it up because at one time I had this listed, I still have this listed on the tradingcarddatabase.com, but it's a really cool old school Topps card of Wade in his Yankees uniform. Those are your prizes for this baseball card trivia question. I'm sticking with the baseball card theme questions for you. All right, 1984 Fleer. Famous card from the 1984 Fleer set has this well-known clown of baseball wearing a Budweiser umbrella hat. Name that person. So who was the individual featured in the 1984 Fleer set wearing an umbrella hat with Budweiser all over it? So send me the correct answer via email. I'll include my email in the description below along with a repeat of the question. We'll pick a winner. You'll have today and tomorrow to answer. We'll pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck with that. So today, small sets on Wednesdays. I want to go regional with you for a second. A little discussion about regional sets. Every baseball city, major league and minor league, puts out sets of cards around its player every year. Every single year there's something. The Phillies every year have their own little postcard set. Usually Tasty Cake sponsors it, but it does change. It has changed over the years. I'm not even sure who sponsors their little postcards anymore. But every once in a while, some other institution in the town will put out a set of cards for that local franchise. They're regional sets. We all know what they are. If you're a team collector, if you love your team, chances are you've got several collections of cards that are localized only to your region. I want to show off a local Phillies set. Only 16 cards, but here you go. So this is known by two monikers. It is sometimes called the 1985 Phillies Police set, or it is called the CIGNA set. And you can see on the back, courtesy of your local police department, the CIGNA Corporation and the Phillies. CIGNA is a healthcare network, and obviously the police department, whoever the Philadelphia police commissioner was, and the city joined in to produce this little set. It's just 16 cards, some of the stars of the Phillies at that time. That's another cool thing about regional sets is you'll get cards of some of the lesser known players. I mean, you'll get the players in the base set, in the flagship top set. Topps puts out, usually 17 to 30 cards of every team, depending on how good the team is. More players are on better teams, fewer cards on the lesser teams, but still, you'll get lots of no-name players in your top set. But these guys sometimes show people you wouldn't even get your top set. So we have here Phillies second baseman at the time. These pictures would have been featured from the 1984 team, obviously. Second baseman Juan Samuel, still a beloved person in Philadelphia, in the Phillies organization. Outfielder Von Hayes was with the Phillies for a long time. Still I would say a fan favorite, but we know him. Catcher Ozzie Virgil was here for a few years. Obviously, Mike Schmidt. That is his CIGNA card. Obviously, I have a second one in my Mike Schmidt binder. Outfielder Greg Gross. Mr. Gross was usually like a reserve outfielder. Never really was a star player, but he was with the Phillies for a long time. He was with them in their championship series of '88, and he was still with, I think, the entire decade of the '80s. He was on the Phillies, Greg Gross. Tim Corcoran, unknown, forgotten player for the Phillies. Tim Corcoran. A little bit about Tim right there. That's why I say he is an example of the kind of unknown players you will find in your regional sets. Jerry Koosman, Mr. Met. This guy shares the rookie card with Nolan Ryan, if you remember. By 1984, he was with the Phillies, winding down his career. Jeff Stone, highly touted rookie for a couple years, never made it. Yeah, never made it huge. Obviously, he made it to the Phillies. Glenn Wilson, high-ticket home run hitter who hit a couple home runs but was never much of anything with the Phillies. Steve Jeltz, one time touted as a replacement for Mr. Schmidt. Also failed to make a big impact after a couple of years he was gone. Gary Maddox, long-time center fielder for the Phillies. Gary Maddox, still a fixture at Phillies events when you have reasons to bring back the alumni and whatnot. There's your Steve Carlton, soon to be moving on to greener pastures with other teams. We had given up on him not too long after this. John Denny. John Denny was still with the Phillies. He had a Cy Young performance in 1983. Helped us get to the World Series that year. Kevin Gross, no relation to Mr. Greg Gross, but Kevin Gross was a longtime pitcher for the Dodgers organization. We traded him to the Dodgers late in the 80s. He was with them for a long time. Shane Rawley, longtime pitcher for a number of organizations, including the Phillies, obviously. And Charles Hudson, I think he came over from the Dodgers, but Charles Hudson, decent pitcher for us for a couple of years, but again, never more than a mediocre pitcher overall for baseball in general. But this is just a small set of 16 cards, typical regional set. Not affiliated with Major League Baseball in any way. They didn't get a license, at least they didn't print it on the back. Didn't get a license from Major League Baseball, although because it was done in cooperation with the Phillies, I suppose licenses were the Phillies license, so it didn't need Major League Baseball or the Players Association's permission because they had the permission of the Phillies themselves. But this is just an example, like I said, of a regional set. I would love to see other people do more videos on regional sets in their region. You know, maybe you're not a Phillies fan and it doesn't spark your interest, but what does spark your interest in your region? You know, show me some of your regional sets, all right? Share with the community. So there you go. Something small on Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed that. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I try my best to support everybody else, and I appreciate your support. Got one more video again on Friday for this week. Another great prize to give away. As I'm sitting here right now, I haven't figured out what set I want to highlight, but it'll be a large set. So, you know, over 100 cards is what happens on Fridays, all right? So, again, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all tuning in. I hope to see you again on Friday. Take care.